I ran into someone for the first time from Rooster Teeth out at the grocery store. Well, this past weekend, was it on Friday? I ran into Drew.
We were going to the liquor store, right?
At the liquor store.
We still party on the weekends. Duh, which I didn't even buy alcohol. It was specs, so I was buying a bunch of like cheese and bullshit.
Finer foods and goods.
Finer foods, yeah.
You got cheese, you got booze, you got bullshit. They got everything.
I'm sorry. I don't want to hijack your story here, Gus, but some magic shit happened in that encounter at Specs. First of all, me and Gus have the exact same social, like, graces, I guess you call it. Just like the whole time we saw each other from far away, and both of us kind of went like, I think that's him. And then as we got closer, like, no, it's definitely him. We're definitely gonna have to talk. Ah, crap. And then like we both went, I thought that was you, but nobody has stopped moving the whole time.
Yeah,
we're
just
both
the whole
going
time
into the
still
store.
going.
Yeah, and so I walk in first, and then he's like, have you met my wife Esther before? And I was like, yeah, we met at Comic-Con. Still moving, still not stopping, and still maintaining a 6-foot distance in masks the whole time. And then like I'm like now looking over my shoulder, being like, yeah, great to see you. Glad you're in person. Hello, how are you? And then I assume, because I'm going to go buy some Clearly Canadian, again, Finer Foods, delicious beverage. I assume,
hell yeah.
And it's over in the beer aisle. So I assume now we're gonna have to do that really awkward, like super bad thing where we both awkwardly walk to the beer aisle. But then he fucking vanishes, and I never see him again. Like I turn around, I'm in the beer aisle. I'm like, clearly he's got to be here. No, and then I had to go buy Finer Foods around the store. Never seen again. I didn't.
You
see
know
him
what,
check
Drew?
out.
That happened to me with Gus at a Target once.
I don't know how. Does he have special rich people like
He must
underground
have-
Target? Is there
smoke
underground
bombs?
specs?
Just like I just dropped.
I was at a Target and I saw, I think, 4 different people from Rooster Teeth that day. This was like probably a year ago at this point. And I saw Gus and Esther there, and I was like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. And then like we were still walking around the same area, and I never saw them again. And usually, I don't know, Gus, if you were like, fuck, someone here that we know, I need to like get the fuck out of here so I don't talk to them ever again. But it was so weird. You disappeared.
I think when I ran into you, we were about to leave, if I remember right. It's been a while. That was in the old days before COVID, so I don't remember very well anymore. It's been decades since then.
In the before time.
But I think we were on our way out at that point. With Drew, what happened was, what I needed was just immediately to the right of the store, right by the front door. So it's like we walked in, and then immediately I just went to the right, picked up what I needed, and then left. Paid for it and then left. So that's why I disappeared immediately from Drew's side.
I assumed you went to Wines. I assumed you were over in like maybe the liquor aisle. I was like, I'm gonna run into him again at least one more time. No, but it was flashbang gone.
You know how
one thing.
in Zelda, is it Zelda where you could use the rope to just go back to the beginning of a dungeon?
I think so.
You could do it in Pokemon too, but
Yeah.
I reckon Gus has something like that, but he doesn't use it for emergencies, like finding his way out of a cave because he's lost. He just goes to the front of a store if he recognizes an employee within the store.
Gotta go.
You just eject. Yep. Bye.
Time to get the fuck out of here.
Get out of awkward social situations. Really.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I felt relieved at how we both were the exact same level of like awkwardly social. Like it was like I didn't feel put out. I didn't feel like I wasn't doing enough. Like I felt like we were doing the exact same amount. And I was like, this is perfect. If every social interaction was like this, I'd be in heaven all the time.
I was really shocked. Like at first I was like, is that Drew? Then no, that's not Drew. Then that's definitely no. Yeah, no. Yeah, I felt like the kombucha girl, like a range of emotions, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, it is Drew." It's amazing, like just like having that mask on, how difficult it is to tell. You had sunglasses on too, didn't you? I think you had reflective sunglasses on as well,
and also,
which was like even more difficult.
Reflective sunglasses, and then also shorts, which I don't ever like.
Whoa.
Don't do
Who
at
are
work.
you?
Exactly. There was.
Plus, we had. I think we had literally just finished filming something too. I think we had filmed something together. Then I think I went straight to the liquor store, or like right very quickly afterwards. So it was weird that I had just seen you on camera,
right?
And then I just ran into you in person.
So has this happened to you? When did this start for you, Gus? Like you were very good friends with Jeff back in the day. If you'd bumped into Jeff in a supermarket, would you have done the same then, or would that have been like a hangout and chat?
Oh no, it would have been exactly the same.
There should be rules.
Oh hey, what's up? And then boom, gone.
There should be rules about like seeing someone in a supermarket. It should like there should be a hand symbol or like just some sort of like I see you. Yep, I'm not talking to you. Like
the absolute worst was years ago. Once I ran into Brandon Farmahini at HEB, and we were doing that thing where we were coming down the aisles in opposite directions and meeting each other and talking, and then going through the aisle, and then the next aisle running into each other again, coming from the opposite directions. And then it was just like, I don't want to do, like, I had to go to a different part of the store because I didn't want to keep running into him.
You guys were shopping in the same sequences?
Right, we were going down the aisle in the same order.
I feel like with you, Gus, like what Gavin asked before about Jeff, I feel like with you, any type of social interaction, no matter how well you know the person, I feel like any social interaction you want to have planned. So if it's something that is out of the ordinary, it's like you don't want friendship at that point in time. You just want...
I'd say even human contact or interaction, like, let's abstract it further from friendship. Like,
just any type of acknowledgement of your presence.
So what would you do if you bumped into me in a supermarket and you had like a shopping cart full of goods and I just climbed into it and sat in it with all your stuff? What would you do?
I'd probably just leave the cart there and walk out. Like it's Gavin's cart now. It's not mine anymore.
And then I would just have to buy all the stuff that you chose, and I guess let you know how it all turned out.
Yeah, I buy quality stuff. Hopefully, you're into plant-based food.
Oh yeah, I'll give it a go.
Oh man,
Still vegan, huh?
I for the most part, just like one meal a week, typically. One meal a week typically is not. Man, I did something fucking dumb last week. I meant to talk about it on the last podcast, but I didn't. I had some groceries in my car, and they were on the front seat of my car. Like I had, we have those reusable bags here in Austin. So I had like a cloth reusable bag filled with groceries in the passenger seat of my car, and I was driving. And as I was driving, I was thinking, oh, I can really smell the pickles from my groceries. That jar of pickles, those pickles smell really good. And I just kept driving, got all the way home, and then went to take my bag of groceries off of the passenger seat, and the pickles had opened and spilled an entire jar of pickle juice everywhere. Like
all over your electric car.
Yeah, the car seat was like a swimming pool of pickle juice. Like I picked up, it was just like dripping, and there was just like a reservoir of pickle juice on the car seat. I was like, fuck. So of course, like I had to do my best to like wipe it all up and dry it all out, but it's pickle. It stinks like vinegar or what, like that brine solution from pickles. So it's like, then I had to like try to Febreze it and like trying all these different things. I've been leaving my windows open for days trying to get the smell of pickle juice out of my car. And then like later that day, I went and turned on my car, and then it gave me an error message that the passenger restraint system didn't work anymore because apparently it must have pickle juice all in it. So I got to schedule
juice on your car.
Right, I have to go to the fucking car dealership so they can fix my fucking seatbelt in my car because I spilled
dropping
pickle
your
juice.
iPhone in a pool.
A pill of pickle juice.
What size pickles are we talking here? Like how many ounces? Like are we talking like the best made like big girl like movie theater pickles? Or are we talking like
no? It's like a plastic tub of pickles. It's those Grillo's pickles. It might have been if I had to guess like 32 ounces of juice. Yeah, it's a lot of juice in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else craving pickles right now except me?
No, they're really good pickles.
I love pickles. I love them.
Me too.
I probably don't want the smell of it wafting in my car at all times, so I don't blame you on that.
It's mostly gone. It's under control at this point, but man, what a fucking nightmare.
So did it short out the sensor or something, or like damage the electronics somehow?
I think so. The error doesn't come on all the time anymore, so maybe it's finally drying out. But I gotta have them take a look at it. I don't want like the seatbelt. I don't want the safety systems to not work because I spilled fucking pickles in my goddamn car.
Now I just want one of those little air freshener, the tree-shaped air fresheners, but it's a pickle.
And it just has sunglasses on it. It says "Deal with it."
Deal with it.
Nice. Does anybody, again, not Gavin, but does anybody use those car air fresheners, like the pine tree one, or you do?
Oh yeah, I'm a grandfather.
I have a funny story about those. Drew, I want to hear your story about these.
I just used them.
Ordered.
Hilarious story. Go ahead.
We order Instacart to get our groceries, and our Instacart order came this week, and it had a bunch of those little like car candle freshener things that you hang from your, I guess, mirror or something like that we didn't order. And obviously we're not really driving anywhere, so we didn't really know what to do with them. So we just hung them by our trash can because when it's full, it starts to get stinky. So we just hung the little car air fresheners right by the trash can. But that happened this week, so it's funny that you brought that up. Because I've never had them before.
That's some like post-apocalypse shit. Like that's like now that we're in like the end times, it's like, what are we gonna do with all these air? Put them by the trash. Like
put them by the trash. We're in here all the time smelling our trash.
Yeah.
I've never liked those car air fresheners. I think they're always way too strong. I'm shocked to hear that Drew uses one. I
mean, like for the first 2 weeks, you almost throw up every time you get in the car. It's like, why is? And then they always have like goofy fucking names like Leather Satchel or like Mean Green or whatever. And then
you're also the kind of person who keeps just like full mugs like from the kitchen and stuff in your car.
I always forget. I bought a new car, Gavin, and I keep it very clean. I had to drive Gavin one time.
Look, I don't want to shame your car because you were kind enough to give me a ride. That was just so funny. I've never seen like non-cardboard cups in a car. They were just like full mugs. It made me. I was cracking up the entire way.
I just went like on my way to work. Back when I was freelance, I would have a cup of coffee from the kitchen and then get to work and I'd throw it on the floor. And then so Gavin goes to get in my car and there's like 9 or 10 like ceramic mugs just like
9 or 10.
What the hell?
Yeah, I was like, surely they're all gonna get all chipped and stuff while using mugs.
Yeah, they roll around back there. How did they not get chipped?
I don't know. They just never did.
It was so funny to me. I think it was like a 10-minute car journey, and I was cracking up for like at least half of it. It was
just because every time we take a turn, you just hear like.
I was thinking like 1 or 2. I didn't realize it was that many.
Oh, it was a lot. And I've gotten better. I've got a new car, so I like make sure that no mugs are in the car. And
man, remember when we could get in each other's cars and stuff?
Hey, remember that?
That's cool.